Hello everybody and welcome to Pleasantview. We are here in the Goth household for the first day of their rotation. It is Monday at 5:30. Oh, that did not go well, Don and Cassandra. This house starts a little bit later in the day than the other households, and it's all primed for Don and Cassandra's weddings. There's a wedding arch, there's plenty of seating and a buffet table, even though nobody has been invited to the wedding. And there's not that many people to invite. We've got Mary Sue, Darren, Mortimer could invite Dina, and Nina, I suppose, even though he's not really friends with her. So the way that the game is originally set up is mostly just for them to go ahead and straight up try to get hitched. Just straight for the goose, Don. Straight for the goose. Now, they do have a very good relationship. We saw Cassandra in Don's episode. So, look at that. Look at his ring. And Mortimer and Alexander dancing in the background. This house is just so happy, even though Don is, causing all kinds of chaos on his own, and Mortimer is about to marry a gold digger. But you can see in Cassandra's wants that she wants to get married to Don and have a baby, so straight up family sim wants to go for it, wants to have it all. So I don't think we're going to invite everybody over. I think we're just going to go for it. Now, Don is a non-committal sim, so in my game that means there's an 80% chance that he leaves Cassandra at the altar. I have never had Cassandra be left at the altar before in my game, so that will be a new experience for me if that actually happens. So I think we're just going to go ahead and trigger get married and see what happens. I'm not sure if he'll leave her at the altar. He could go through with it. We will just have to see. And Mortimer and Alexander will come over on their own. Oh, she's just thinking about him. She's so happy. And he's just thinking about their first kiss. Look at her. Look at her in her gorgeous black wedding dress. Let's go around to this side. Look at that. Oh. Cassandra is gorgeous, and Don in his purple suit. I just absolutely love it. The first wedding in Pleasantview. I'm so excited. Let's see what happens. Oh no! Poor Cassandra! No! Uh-oh, aspiration failure, here we come! Oh, and look at Mortimer and Alexander in the background. He said no! He said no! And now he's calling her a loony? What a jerk. Here, I've got to get a better shot of this. Oh, she is having a time. Poor Cassandra. She lost her mom. She skips college to start her family, and then Don leaves her at the altar. This is the shrink here to help her. Hopefully he can pull her out of this aspiration failure. Oh, I love Cassandra and I'm so sad for her right now. Chicken noises. He's hypnotizing her. She's like, I feel so much better. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. He's the one that looks like a loony. Oh. And Don, of course, is still here, not giving one hoot as to what happened. Oh my gosh, let's look at her memories. So when we played Dawn, after they got engaged, they made out and she had her very first woohoo with him, and then she just got left at the altar by him. What a jerk. All right, Mortimer, come over here and tell him to get lost. Is Mortimer upset with him too? No, Mortimer -4 over -8, doesn't care so much. And Alexander doesn't care so much. He actually wants to play with Dawn. What a child. All right, I'm going to take care of Cassandra's needs, but Mortimer, come ask Don to leave. He does not deserve to be in the Goth Manor. He was about to marry into a rich family to pay off his debt. He was about to have the gorgeous and wonderful Cassandra Goth as his wife, and instead he blew it. He blew it. You do not deserve her, Don. Look at that. What a gorgeous sim. You do not deserve her. Get lost. Mortimer, come tell him to get lost. Oh, you're shaking his hand? Hey, thanks for not going through with it. You would have made a terrible son-in-law. Is that what you were telling him? Look, Mortimer is so upset for her. Nobody wants to see their daughter left at the altar like that. Oh no. Okay, well, Cassandra, here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna use the restroom, and then why don't you spend some time with your brother? Alexander, where are you? You're watching TV. You know what? Cassandra, why don't you go upstairs and join him? And you can get your fun and your social up a little bit. And we're gonna send Mortimer. Mortimer actually has 9 cooking skill points. So we're gonna send Mortimer down very quickly to grab some groceries, and he's gonna make a nice dinner for them. All right, let's just go to a community lot really quickly. You just go by yourself. We're gonna go to the Valley Shopping Center and just very quickly do nothing else. Just grab some groceries and come right back, Mortimer. All right, Mortimer is arriving, and I just paused the game very quickly since this is the first time we're here. The reason I have to send him down here is because they don't have any ingredients at home. This you may recognize as one of the default Pleasantview community lots, which I've just completely remodeled. It has a post office, a tattoo parlor, a grocery store, and then over here it has a photo studio, a pet shop, and a pharmacy, which is really a clinic. I just don't have a sign that says clinic. So for right now, we're just gonna send Mortimer over here into the grocery store. And we want to get in and out so he can go home and make some food. So the grocery store, you'll notice it has stuff for food points. It actually sells seeds because I do have the gardening overhaul mod, so you have to have seeds in order to plant things. It's got a little coffee shop, a menu board, but this right here is actually a kiosk, and it sells all of the ingredients for my ingredients overhaul mod. So it sells all of the stuff that comes with the game that you can plant, cucumbers, eggplants, etc. But it also sells onions, which is a custom ingredient. It also sells all of the fish that come with the game, and salmon, which is a custom ingredient, all of this stuff that you need. So I'm just gonna have him buy. They have plenty of money. We're just gonna buy stacks of 25, not of everything, and I'm gonna have him come do that. And I don't want to spend too much time here, so I'm just picking a couple of things that we will buy large stacks of, and then we are going to send him home to make a nice family dinner, a nice meal for him and his children. And we can, in a future day, have him come back or have somebody come back to get some more items. So after he finishes paying for all of these, we are going to go back home. Like I said, I don't want to spend too much time here. I'm trying to get him in and out kind of in an hour maybe, because he does have to buy these all, one at a time at the cash register. Unlike when you are in some of the sim-owned businesses where you can add items to your cart. Don, what are you doing here? You came over here? Well, because you're not eating at the Goth Manor, now you're gonna buy some frozen foods. You and your quick meals, because you have no cooking points. Oh, and look, you're spreading it. Look, George McCarthy is getting his traits, and what's the first trait he gets? Non-committal, just like Don. Oh my goodness, and so does the barista. Rochelle also got non-committal. You are just spreading that throughout the neighborhood, Don. See how all the lights just went out? All of the lights went out in the whole shopping center, and that is because back here, at the back of the shopping center, this is our utility mod, our electricity mod, and it has a blown fuse. So all of the lights and all the electricity are out at the entire shopping center. So I did put those on the community lots also, so this is possible, not just on residential lots, but on community lots also. It's hailing. Hurry up, Mortimer. Hurry up. I should have had him take the bus, because walking home at 10 p.m. with a bunch of groceries is not a good idea. Okay, Mortimer is due home in about 2 hours, which is longer than I wanted him to be on, but it is what it is. That's how long it's gonna take. So Cassandra is here watching television with her brother. She is so angry about being left at the altar. Aww. And Alexander wants to hug her. Oh, that's so nice. Why don't you hug your sister and say, I'm sorry this happened to you, but I love you. You'll find somebody, I promise. Just console her. That was so sweet, Alexander. Alexander, and then after you do that, you want to be friends with Don? You go downstairs and use the restroom. Cassandra, you just relax, honey. You just relax while we wait for your dad to get home. I'm gonna unlock this want to get married to Don because I don't think that is going to happen. Oh, she is so furious with him. Now she does have 3 bolts with Darren Dreamer, who, you know, has a crush on her. However, as we saw in the Caliente episode, Darren and Nina just started making out in the middle of the bowling alley with no prompting whatsoever. So I don't know, Darren may have already moved on to somebody else. Darren may already be having his eyes on Nina Caliente instead. But she does want to talk to Darren, so I'm going to lock that in. And I'm going to send her downstairs, actually. And why don't we just call Darren just to chat? I mean, that's what you do, right? When you're upset, you call your friends. And her social is low, so we need to get her out of the red. She's in aspiration. She's not in total failure, but, you know, she wants to play with Darren, meet someone new, gain a cleaning point, and have a baby. She does need cleaning for her job, but I think I'm actually going to lock in meet someone new. Oh, the lights went out here too. The lights went out here too. It must be the weather. It was hailing at the shopping center. She does not have any mechanical skill points. Mortimer does, so we can have Mortimer take a look at that. I don't really want Cassandra to get electrocuted in her wedding dress at 9:40 at night. That's just not what I'm here for, so we're gonna wait till Mortimer. Look at her. Why me? She is having a day. She is having a night. That is for sure. So is it just the lights or is it all the electricity? She can only juggle cups. She can't make anything. Can you use the microwave? No. Can you use the television? No, it's all of the electricity. All right, let's call a service. We're gonna call the electrician, which is here under repairman. And we are going to, you know what? Let's call Lee Lewis. She wants to meet someone new. Maybe Lee could be the person that she wants to meet. And he will not come over until first thing in the morning. You know what else I'm going to have Cassandra do? While she's here, I'm actually going to have her hire a butler. The Goths have plenty of money. And I just think that this is a giant house and it will be so much easier. Dallas James. We're going to hire Dallas James to be our butler. And he will come over tomorrow and start taking care of Goth Manor. Alright, Alexander, what are you doing? Yeah, aw. Alexander is upset for his sister. Why are my ceilings not showing? There we go. Oh, look at that face. Mortimer's back. So, why don't we see, can he make dinner? Serve dinner. Let's make baked salmon. Wait. His hygiene is all the way down and his bladder is all the way up. He just peed himself. Had an accident. This is the accident that he had when he was at the bowling alley, because it's before Cassandra got left at the altar, and then he just saw the ghost of Gretel. So Gretel Goth must be out. I didn't even notice. So now that she is out haunting, we can actually send her grave to the cemetery. I don't like to send the graves to the cemetery until after the ghosts start coming out. All right, that's backwards. Until the ghosts start coming out, because that way they will haunt the cemetery. Is that you, Gretel? Yes, there's Gretel Goth. Agnes, Simon, Cornelia, Gunther, Gretel, and Victor. So once we see the rest of the ghosts, we'll send their tombstones to the cemetery. Alright, you're making your baked salmon. I don't know how you bake salmon on the stove, but alright. No, you were just prepping it. You're not putting it in the oven. Can you not use the oven because of the electricity, but you can use the stove? That doesn't make any sense, Mortimer. What do you have? You have a gas cooktop, but an electric oven? Okay. I'm not going to think too much about it right now. I'm just upset for Cassandra. Alright, everybody come eat. You come eat. You come eat. It's 11:15 at night. But we're going to have a nice family dinner. He put out 4 because Gretel's out haunting, so he put down a place for Gretel. And Cassandra's still in her wedding dress. Mortimer, where are you going? You're gonna go take a shower maybe because you stink? Yeah, alright. If you're more smelly than you are hungry, that's fine. She's like, hey Alexander, you remember when you learned how to talk? Bats know how to talk. So much for my nice family dinner. Mortimer just noped right out. I do love that wedding dress on her. I don't think I'll change it if she decides to get married again. But, you know, she doesn't have anybody else close, so we'll have to see. I mean, she has a family sim, and if I remember correctly, she wants to have lots of grandchildren. Is that right? Have 6 grandchildren, so... I mean, she doesn't need to be married to have children, or grandchildren, but... Alright, it is 12:30 in the morning almost. So Alexander, I would like you to come up here and go to sleep when you're done with your food. Mortimer, what are you doing in here? You're just chilling? Just chilling? Alright. Well, what I think I'm gonna have you do is actually come downstairs and eat. Since you're hungry. The other thing I want to do before we leave this lot is I actually would like to find somewhere to put a robotics station. So now here we have a robotics station so Mortimer can work on his bronze robotics talent badge. I'm not going to have him do that tonight, but it is here for him. And Cassandra, now that you are done with your food, I'm going to have you actually put these leftovers away. And then it's too late for you to go out and meet someone new. But we could have you maybe meet somebody on the computer. Oh, we can't have her meet anybody on the computer. She can't use it because the electricity is out. Oof. All right, well, we're not gonna do that then either. So you know what, why don't we just work on your cleaning skill point? Let's just have you do that. You wanna do that. See if we can get you a couple of aspiration points. You do need it. I don't think you'll finish it tonight, but I'm gonna have you study just for a little bit before you go to bed. All right, Mortimer. Let's clean up these plates. You want to buy a telescope costing at least 2,000. Body, mechanical, charisma, creativity, and robotics. Well, we can definitely do a telescope. All right, so I went ahead and bought Mortimer this telescope, and now he's rolled the want to be best friends with Alexander, so I've gone ahead and locked that in because I think that is fabulous. Cassandra is still studying. I will probably have her study for 30 minutes to an hour. If I was her, I would not be able to sleep tonight, so I'm just going to let her stay up a little bit longer since she's not that tired. She is supposed to work today at 9 a.m., so I'm not going to keep her up all night, but I am going to let her study just a little bit while she kind of thinks about the day. She's not a knowledge sim, but her father is, so I am not surprised that this is what she wants to do. And then Mortimer, I think I am actually going to have him use his telescope. I mean, since he wanted to buy it, I'm going to have him come out and just give it a little test drive. I think Mechanical, body, charisma, and creativity. He doesn't have the want for a logic skill point, but he did just want to buy this telescope, so I assume he's going to want to try to test it out. You've discovered a previously unknown star. The SimCity Astronomy Club has rewarded you 500 simoleons for your find. Well, good, that helps pay for the telescope. Cassandra has gained a point of cleaning. Oh, I was not paying attention to the time. We need to send her to bed. Okay, Cassandra, that's enough of that. But at least she is now not in the red. I mean, that was fairly quickly for her to recover. Oh, look, she wants to get a bronze robotics badge, and she wants to gain a logic skill point because we just bought the telescope. I'm still going to meet someone new locked in because I really want to work on that for her. Mortimer, I think it's time we send you to bed. It was quite a day, or an evening. We spent less time in the Goth household than with the other households, just because we started the day a little bit differently. Look, he's thinking about engagement. And now Cassandra's going to have to sit through his wedding to Dina. Now, him and Dina could not have, they could not get married. Something could happen before the wedding, or, one of them could leave the other at the altar, but, they are engaged. He did just recently get engaged, so I do feel a little bit bad because now Cassandra's going to have to, sit through her father's wedding maybe tomorrow or the day after. We're going to put Mortimer to bed, and then we will see the Goths tomorrow. Be sure to subscribe to catch the next episode.